Hi everyone. We are going to talk about 3 quick things that you can do for your downlines or your teams each month throughout the month that can really help them as orders come in, as they jump on ER, different things like that, okay? So the 3 things I'm talking about is checking that Essential Rewards orders have gone through, checking that people have gotten to certain promo levels or if they're close, and then checking on ranks and whether they're going to get paid or not. Okay, so really quickly, ER orders, what I'm talking about is going into your virtual office, and if you see the tab that says My Organization, you're going to click on that, and it will show you a list of your team, right? So you may have 3 people, 30 people, 300 people, whatever. It doesn't matter. They're all listed there under My Organization, and you can expand it. So if you touch the little, or click the little plus signs, it expands it so you can see everybody, right? Well, this is an even better way to do this, so you don't have to expand everything. If you look across the top where it says like name, member number, sign up date, PV, ER, all the different ones across there, any of those columns you can actually sort ascending or descending. So one thing that I like to do every couple days, and it's important to do this every few days because if you get to the end of the month, then there's not a lot you can do because you know it's very busy at the end of the month. There are some special numbers and ways that I have to get in touch with customer service because I'm a silver, but sometimes that doesn't matter. It's too late, right? So anyway, so you want to make sure that you're doing this throughout the month so that it doesn't catch up with you and then it's too late. So if you're a paper person, put it on your calendar. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm going to check ER orders or whatever. Or if you're a phone kind of a person and you like to have reminders, go ahead and set a reminder that, you know, sets an alarm every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, however you want to do it, to remind you to do these things. If you have a smaller team, if you get in the habit of doing this now, it's way easier when you have 300 or 400 people or 4,000 people on your team, if you get in the habit of doing it now. So I go across the top to ER. I click on that box and it will list all my ER people in order. And then you can see the little box that comes up next to your name that shows a little check mark if your ER order has processed. It'll have an orange triangle if it didn't. And this is a payment issue normally. So, you know, Young Living does not say anything to a person if they miss their ER order for some reason. So that is where it's our job to go in and look at these things and check on it, because what an awesome phone call to make when you're like, hey, your ER order didn't process, and somebody goes, oh my gosh, thank you so much for telling me, right? You'll have a customer for life if you do things like that, right? So look at the little boxes. If it has the check mark, you're good. Everything's fine. If it has the little yellow or orangey triangle, that you won't be able to tell what that's for, but normally it's a payment issue, like their expiration date or whatever. They can easily go in there and fix that, but that does not mean it's fixed in the system. If you've skipped an ER or if something like that's happened, they have to call and have it reprocessed, and they'll update the information as well. Because you can update information all day long, but that doesn't mean they're going to reprocess your ER. You have to go and call them or get on live chat and have them do that. And just keep in mind that customer service is always on Mountain Time. So whatever time zone you're in, do the math there, okay? Then sometimes there'll be a little blue arrow. That means they've skipped an ER, which technically you're not really supposed to do or allowed to do. And what that does, if you do skip, it takes all of your percentages down. So it goes back to 10%, even if you're at 25%. I mean, the horror, by the way, would be terrible, if that happened. And then it also starts over your loyalty months. So if you were close to getting the loyalty oil and you were close to a year on ER, and then you skip a month for some reason just because something happened or it was a fluke, then, you know, you're going to go back to 0 months. Yuck. That's not fun. Because that loyalty oil is awesome, by the way. So we've checked our ER. You also want to check promo levels. So that's just kind of skimming through. I mean, you don't have to like spend hours doing this. Just kind of skim through maybe every week or every 2 weeks and just see, is somebody at $90 or 90 PV and they're on ER, they could have spent an extra $10 and gotten a free oil. Or, you know, somebody's sitting at $175, and if they spent 15 more, they'd get the 190 promos, et cetera, right? Because some of them are really big. Like, think about, what was it, August, a couple months ago, when going from 250 to 300 was all the KidSense oils. I mean, that was hundreds of dollars in oils, and all you had to spend was another 50 bucks. So people want to know that, even though the computer prompts them to do it, or that they're close to a promo level. That doesn't always mean that they do it at the time, or they just may not know. It doesn't say like, hey, you know, you should do this because it's smart math. It just says like, hey, if you spend this much more money, you'll get another product or whatever. So it's really fun to be able to tell people things like that and them get excited and go, oh my gosh, I didn't realize. All right, so we talked about ER, we talked about promo levels, and now let's talk about rank, because that's pretty important. You do not want to miss a rank over something random. You don't, I promise. That would not be fun. So let's say, for example, Linda is about to hit executive, and something happens, like something goes out of stock, and her ER order processes at 90 PV. Well, the order processed, and it seems like it's fine, and it's over 50, so it's not going to skip, but she's $10 away from hundreds of dollars in paycheck, right? Do you think Linda would want to skip? Probably not. Would not want to skip out on that rank. So those are just the little things that if you get in good habits now of looking at that stuff, and again, you can manipulate your virtual office to where it's ascending and descending. So you can look, you can hit on the PV, you can hit that little box, and it will give you descending order. So it'll show you like this person spent 300, this person spent 190, this person spent 100, this person spent 50. It will list it in order. So it's really fast and easy. And it's something that can save a lot of trouble at the end of the month. So anyway, and it can make a big difference for you too sometimes, because that can make a difference in whether you rank or not, whether you know, hit a goal that you have or whatever. So that is three easy things to check in the virtual office that can save you a ton of headaches. So hope that was helpful. If there's something else you want to know about virtual office reports, just put it in the comments, or you know, we can talk about it in more detail. But there are lots of reports that you can see, and ways that you can do that to make your life really a lot easier. So anyway, all right. Bye, guys.